Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Satisfactory tutorial Let's Play series. This episode is going to be on doing the hub upgrades 4 and 5 and then improving my ore gathering. But before that, another pro tip. So when I'd done my hub upgrade 2, there was some materials that I hadn't shown, a few things I hadn't shown. One of them was the Constructor. So if you go into your production, you can see now you can make constructors. I'm not really going to be making more than one constructor on the ground because like I've mentioned previously, I want to keep it free for the flowers to regrow. So I'm going to rip this constructor off once I get foundations and can put a second level. But so there's the Constructor, and that needs these reinforced iron plates and cables. So they are the two. I didn't mention that Constructor, and I didn't show the reinforced iron plates, which need iron plates and screws to make. So I've made a couple of stacks of most of these. But getting to the pro tip, if you forget what you've just unlocked resource wise, and you don't want to run around all your workbenches figuring out what new items you've gained, the pro tip is this: go to your terminal, select the tier that you'd unlocked and want to know about, and then it shows you everything that you got with that upgrade. So as you can see here, I've got the Constructor unlocked, I've got power poles Mark 1 unlocked, I've got the screws and the reinforced plates, and of course they're both made on here. The screws use the iron rods, so you will always be going through lots and lots of iron rods, and the reinforced iron plates use the screws, so just imagine how many iron rods you're going to need. And of course plates, you're going to be heavily dependent on these iron plates as well, because not only do you use the iron plates for building conveyor belts, but you also use them for making these reinforced plates. It's not a problem because we will get to automating all of this and we'll have tons of it. So I made this Constructor down here, just temporarily down here, because I wanted to start getting concrete, which we're going to be needing. I'm going to move it actually to over there once I get a miner. So there we go, that's what I wanted to get out the way. Right, let's do hub upgrade 4. So I've got plenty of resources, as you can see, made up. Plenty of cables. I don't want to spend episodes manually making items. It's not about that satisfactory, it's about automation, so I want to try and focus on the automation side of it. At the moment, until I get foundations, of course, I'm limited because I don't want to use the ground. So let's go into here and let's select hub upgrade 4. For this we need 75 plates, 20 cables and 10 concrete. So let's select that and let's load them up. And there we go. New buildings.
Congratulations, you have unlocked building, conveyor belts and poles. Inventory, additional slots. 9th objective, complete hub upgrade 5. Note, portable miners cannot be connected to conveyor belts. Advice, when planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts.
Yes, so that's what we'll be using die for, to help organise that. So no more changes to the hub at the moment. That's still all the same. So if we go into my logistics, you'll see now I've got 2 new items in there. Conveyor belts Mark 1, transports up to 60 resources per minute, used to move resources between buildings. Very cool. Can use that once we've done the next hub upgrade to really benefit from this. And conveyor poles you place automatically when you're doing your conveyor belts. I'm waiting for the stackable conveyor poles though, before I can start laying conveyor lots of conveyor belts on the ground because I want to put them above head height. Nothing else in here, so just that. It didn't cost a lot of resources after all. So right, let's take a look at what we need for the next upgrade, hub upgrade. So hub upgrade 5. So we're going to need, I'm going to need 75 iron rods, 50 more cables and 20 more concrete. Yes, wasn't I prepared? But look at the rewards. Here's the first major game changer. We're going to be able to put down miners, and we're going to be able to make 24 slot storage containers. So I'm going to link the mines to the smelters, and then the smelters to the storage containers, and that way I've not got to worry about having to go to the portable miners anymore. All very cool. Yeah, so this is where the game just takes a giant leap in fun for us. So okay, let's select that and let's load it up, and there we go.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Building Miner Mark 1, Building Storage Container, Hub Feature, Additional Biomass Burner. 10th Objective, Complete Hub Upgrade 6. Note, there are no notes.
Note, that was funny. Right, okay, so what it's just saying is it's given us an additional biomass burner. So if I grab some more petals, because we're certainly going to be needing them. I've got a few more inventory slots by the hub upgrade 4, by the way, so just that. If we come around the back now of my hub, you'll see we've got an additional biomass burner. These act independently, so the first thing I'm going to need to do is run a cable to the second one, because they are independent. Right, if we take a look, let's, oh, that's still got full nearly, and let's put a load in there. There we go. So now I've got double the capacity. Now I've got 40 megawatts of power usage. Remember, this line down here is what you're using, how much electricity you're consuming, and this line up here is how much you're producing. So I was only producing 20 megawatts, now with the second biomass burner I'm producing 40 megawatts. And look how slow, mind you I haven't got nothing working at the moment, so time to upgrade or improve my resource gathering. Yes, a lot of fun to be had right now. So I'm going to need to take this. It is going to be, if we have a look, it's got ore in it, but if you just pick it up, and then if I show, the ore automatically gets put in your inventory as well as the portable miner. So I need this portable miner in order to make the Mark 1 miner, which is new there. You see you need your 1 portable miner, you need 10 plates and 10 concrete, which thankfully I have. So let's put this down, and I've got to try and now work this out. So this is just temporary, all of this down here, until I can get, I'm going to need to remove that other portable miner for now and replace it. I like to have one down just in case I run out of power or something else happens. So let's try and put this down again. There you go, run it to there. There's my smelter, so let's notice on the hotbar at the bottom it's filled in the power poles for me on number 1, power lines obviously number 2, and it's put the conveyor belts on number 3. How handy. You just gotta love it. So I'm going to run that to the smelter. So when I give it power, it's automatically going to feed the smelter. Now what I want to do, I'm going to need to remove this. I've got enough space, good. So again, you'll automatically get all the resources that you've produced in the constructor and all the materials that you created the constructor back. So if we have a look here, it's all in there. Right, so what I want to do for this now, when it's smelting, I want it to deposit it into a, so if we go to organisation, I want it to deposit into this new storage container which we have access to, 24 slots. So I'm going to turn it around. Now this ground does have flowers growing on it, so I'm going to pull this up to the next level when I can, but for now I need to just use it. You can pull it really close because it's at the same height. Let's just try that. Yeah, there we go. So here we go, our first bit of automation. So it's going to mine the ore, feed it into the smelter, which will then feed it into the storage. Now generally what I do, here's a possible another pro tip, is I put a secondary storage on top of it. Why do I do that? Well, I will, once I get access to the conveyor splitters, I will put, always, the way my builds are, is miner, smelter, splitters. And actually I'll have miner, splitters, smelter, because once I start improving the speed of the miner, it will cater to, as you know, once I improve the conveyor belt speed, for example, it can then support more than one smelter. So that's why I have a splitter, because I then run the conveyor to the splitter and then split off, like I showed in episode 1, to different smelters. So, and then after the smelter I have splitters again, because I can then split to the top container and the bottom container. I will run an output from the top container to the constructors and other factories which need the ingots, and generally I keep the bottom container with no output. That way I always have access to that resource without it being touched by my factories. So I have an emergency supply, and I generally do that for every resource that you need lots of, like the cement, the concrete. That I will definitely be doing this, because you will always need access to concrete, so it's always nice to have a ready supply without your factory eating it up with further products. So anyway, this will make more sense as my factory develops, as my mega factory gets on the go. So let's sort out my limestone. That is now, oh, I need to power this up. So let's see. Oh, that's going to be full. I never like to have one full, so what I'll do is hook that to another power pole here, pull it over here out the way, and then that power pole I will run to the mine. Right, here we go, time for coolness. So we're going to see my ore coming out. Oh, you actually see, it's really cool, you actually see the drill going into the ground. Look, you see that, it's going deeper. It starts off above ground and then drills down, it's really cool. Look, so then there's my ore going into my smelter. That's being now smelted into ingots, doing 30 parts per minute. And how many is this mining? This is mining 60 per minute. So you can see that once I improve my conveyor speed, I can then support 2 smelters. If then when I put a power slug shard in, it can then support 3 smelters. So at the moment with the Mark 1 conveyor belt, it's just 1 really. So that's smelting it into ingots, and then of course it's getting put in here. Right, let's go do the limestone, and let's check the better load up more power pedals. So let's grab another stack of 200. Let's go check how it's doing. What about this one? There you go, that's topped up. I want to remove this constructor over here now. Oh, did I remove it already? I'm losing the plot. Yes, I already removed that constructor. Duh. Oh, what about this one? This one can go to... Oh, it's just too far over. I need to move it forwards. Because then I can have this one feeding. So let's quickly redo that. It's a lovely thing. It's quick and easy to redo stuff if you mess it up. So I want this to be able to access both. And you see what happens is if you don't have room in your inventory for the resources, it just puts it as fix-it boxes on the ground, which you can pick up at your leisure. So let's see, I need to put it about here, the storage containers, like so. Can I pick these ingots up? And just remember, if you control shift click on a item, it will put all of that particular item into a container. Very handy little tip there. Oops. So yeah, I need more pocket space. It's only just given me more pocket space and all. Right, so let's run a conveyor to the bottom one there, and a conveyor to the top one there. There you go. Double the action. Right, so let's do the limestone. Another important resource. One that we will be using forever, because we're always going to need concrete to expand. Oh, I'm probably not going to have room. Let's dump some stuff off in this one here. I won't need them for the moment. I don't need a stack of that. I'm going to need the... Oh, what's this? Iron ore. Take that, put that in. I should have loaded this into here. Doesn't matter what you can do. If you ever find yourself with resources that you can't, just quickly go to here and manually make them up. What can I say? Especially when you're in the early stages of the game and you've hardly got any inventory space. Sometimes it's better just to quickly do it yourself. It doesn't take long making the ingots, and then I can just go and throw them in. I could put the ore into that storage container, but I don't want to, in case because I'll need to feed it onto constructors once I get the foundation unlocked, and I don't want it to mess up my production chain by trying to feed ore into a constructor, which it won't be able to use because it has to be ingots. At least for the rods and the plates. So yeah, I got all of that ore, of course, when I picked up my portable miners. And actually I can put that portable miner in the storage crate as well. Don't need that. Something you can also do as well, say you've got like one item like this, limestone, that's no good to man or beast. I can just drag it to this bin and it destroys it. So there you go, freed up a bit more space. Also, this is very handy, the sort button sorts everything together for you. So cool just having that. Right, okay, so let's store this portable miner. Won't need that. And let's go put them ingots in one of these before they fill up. There we go. And now let's do the limestone. Oh, and I need to do the copper. So take that. And oops, no, not gravel, let's just pick it up. Okay, so we need a Mark 1 miner. Production. Right, okay, it's not letting us. I won't let. Yeah, it is. There we go. Yeah, the reason there's encroaching distance is because I think I've got to chip off this. Right, now let's take a look. Mark 1 minor. And there you go. I can now put it going that direction because I want it going along the side of this wall if I can. And of course this limestone just needs to go in. This limestone will need to go into a constructor so it can turn it into concrete. So I'm going to put that down there. So let's make a constructor which uses 2 of them reinforced iron plates and 8 cables. Put it there. Let's see if I can run a conveyor. Yeah. And now of course I'm going to want this to fill up storage. So actually, time to show you something really handy. Remember these hotbars down here? Well, what we can do, because I'm going to be making lots of storage containers, if I hover over it and press the number key for the hotbar, so 1 to 0 or 1 to 10 according to that, but it's on your keyboard, of course it's 1 to 0, so I've put that there. And other items that I'll be building a lot, so it's done the power poles for me, it's done the power line, it's done the conveyor belts. I do not need this, that's wasting. So anything else that I like to build frequently, for now I can put the Mark 1 miner there. There you go. Right, so let's now put down, yeah, that's nice like that, because it leaves the ground free. Run that to there for now. And the second one, I'm not sure if I need that. So that can fill that up. Oh, it's getting dark. You can press the B key, B for Bravo. That gives you a light. So let's do another power pole, or extend the power using the line. Yeah, that's at the end of its line actually. It's 3 or 4. So let's put, oops, let's connect it and put one just there. And then let's connect that, because I don't know what buildings I'll be doing in the future. Let's put one there and then connect that to that and connect that to that. I need to tell this now that it's going to be making concrete, and then there's our second bit of automation. How cool. So now I'll have a permanent supply of concrete, which is good. It's very good, because I'm going to need thousands of concrete for all the foundations that I'll be building in the future. And this is nice because it's going to prepare me for when I do the upgrade that unlocks foundations. So that's really good. I'll be ready for it now. The last thing to upgrade, of course, is the copper. Let's have a look how we're doing. Have I got enough resources to do this? Yes, I believe I have. Burning through them quickly. Oh, I've got some limestone. What I should have done was thrown it in there. In fact, throw all of that. And throw that in there, and I won't need the portable miner. What I will need to do is go check how my power biomass burners are doing. Stay on top of that. So top that up. Top that up. So currently using just under half my power capacity. using 18.1 megawatts at its peak. Of course, we're going to now do the copper miner, so that start using a bit more. But let's go do the copper. No more changes in there, that's still how it was. Right, over to copper. Now I'm not going to run a conveyor line across here, all of the copper's going to be done over there. When I get foundations, then I will do a floor over to here. And then I can think about linking up my factories together. Some really weird creatures in this. This reminds me of Pandora, just for the fact that you've got these big creatures flying, and some of the biomes are just so beautiful. Right, okay, so have I got enough pocket space? Ooh, probably not. But I didn't mean to do that. Let's take that. Take that. Oh, actually, I might have enough room to. Let's see. So I need a miner, and I'll have it going in that direction. Is that a good direct? Yeah, it has to be this direction because I want to feed it onto. I'm just going to have a little problem at the moment with my storage. Could face it that way, there might be room. No, let's keep it. So it will be going off in that direction. So maybe do it like that. Let's try that. And until I get foundations, I will just put a storage. What am I doing? Storage container down. Of course, it's not going to be in the right direction. It's going to be, yeah, I'm going to need to rip it up once I get foundations. So do I even want it pumping in loads? Yeah, I suppose I do in case I need to use it. Right, there you go. Oh, that'll do, just temporarily. Just so it can fill it up. Right, let's have a look. That should start now. Oh no, I need power. Right, that's the next thing. Let's run some power leads. Some power poles and power lines. Remember, just press the 2 to get up the power line, and then it will do the power poles for you automatically. And it shows you the maximum distance. So if I run over here, they have a good distance though. This is really cool. You don't need to go through tons of them. Right, that's too long. There we go. So put one there, and I should need just one more. That's how good they are. Will it fit up there? I think it'd be too long. Let's try. I want to try and keep the ground as clear as possible. Just simply because, one, I want to be able to run around without having obstacles, and 2, more room for my flowers to grow. Now will it? It's too long. Fine. Okay. Too long. So I'll have to put it just there, and then I can link that to my copper mine. Now I need to tell the copper mine. Oh no, I don't. There you go. It's automatically doing it, and that will now start putting the ores into the container. The smelter I'm going to leave until I can put it on a foundation. So that'll do for now. Right, if we go back, Oh, there's the timer. Okay, well actually, you know what, that's it, I'm done, I'm dusted. I've improved the free resources that I'm gathering. I've improved the gathering rate by having the miners and at least for them to for the iron I've got smelters, so I need to unlock hub upgrade 6 for sure, because I need to make even more improvements. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope it's been informative. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.